So the reason leadership is different in the church, and particularly from the pulpit, than what our culture expects is because Jesus flipped the leadership script, right? He said, if you want to be first and greatest, you must be lowly and last. And when he began to help his disciples and followers understand that, we then have a responsibility as leaders to kind of adopt that, not just mentality, but that philosophy. How are we actually going to lead well through service? Our culture doesn't know how to distinguish the two, because oftentimes when they see or hear a preacher, they may hear boldness. They may hear some direct authority kind of element to it, but they can't distinguish between what we would see as the confidence we have because of our convictions in God's word. They can't distinguish that from conceit or arrogance. And so there's a little confusion, not just in the model, what Jesus kind of authorized and encouraged us to think about leadership as, but they can mistake or misunderstand what we're doing by way of leadership and how we're doing it. So when you think about, well, how should you then lead as a servant from the pulpit? Expositional leadership is really more about posture than position. So it's not about the title. It's not about the person with the microphone or standing up there. It's about the disposition that we communicate with that demonstrates genuine care and compassion, but also not just through our attitudes and actions, what we're saying, about what we're saying, who we're saying it for. We ultimately serve at the King's pleasure, and we're serving the King's people. And if we'll keep those things in mind, it humbles us to communicate with conviction, but to love our people, to lead our people, to shepherd them well, and to ultimately be a strange attraction to a culture that says this leadership looks different.